Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Onos and today we're going to do something a little different. I'm starting a series called Tryouts where I spend a little time with the game and then give you my very early first impressions. Today we're trying out Dark Souls 3. This video is aimed at anyone who, like me, never really got around to giving the Dark Souls series a proper shot, or who tried it and never finished. If you're one of my regular Nioh watchers, this series is an opportunity for me to present you with some different options if you're waiting for the Nioh 2 DLC or other new releases which have been delayed. Don't worry, I'll definitely be continuing my work on Nioh 2, but I wanted to take a little break and try a few new things. I also have some thoughts on comments I've read which draw comparisons between the Nioh series and the Dark Souls series, but we'll get to that. If any of these tryout videos do particularly well in terms of likes and comments, then I may continue working on those games in the future and put them into a regular rotation. As always, I aim to provide valuable content, so please let me know your thoughts. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a sub, thanks for sticking with me, I really appreciate it. Okay, so Dark Souls 3. Perhaps you've played this before. Perhaps you're a seasoned pro and my amateur gameplay is making you cringe right now. That's okay, I'm quite content to suck and be honest about it. If my gameplay is making you feel like a pro, you're welcome. You can thank me in the comments. Quick little tip for those of you in the UK and on PS4. Right now you can pick up Dark Souls 3 online for £12.99. The Deluxe Edition, which includes all of the DLCs, is on sale. It's hidden below the original version of the game, the expansions and the Season Pass, all of which are actually more expensive. It's ridiculous. I almost feel like it's a mistake and somehow I lucked out. I can't promise the same can be said if you're outside the UK, but I hope you'll be able to find a similar bargain for yourselves if you're interested. So, my initial thoughts on the game? Wow. Honestly, wow. I've never played Dark Souls seriously, and I regret that now. I played a few hours of the original back when it was first released, but I didn't have the time or, quite honestly, the bottle to play it properly. I never did get around to giving it a real shot. It's always been on the list, but never quite made it to the top, and for the life of me, I can't tell you why. If I had to pick 5 words to describe Dark Souls 3, they would have to be beautiful, terrifying, melancholic, deep, and unforgiving. People have compared the Dark Souls series to the Nioh series. I guess this is because both games will happily kill you without apology, but I can't personally put these two games in the same boat at all. The only similarity to me is that you get to build and develop your own character, and they're both played in third person. That and the fact that every single door in the game only opens from the other side. Beyond that, the games are wildly different from a look and feel perspective. The gear system and progression for your character in each game is completely different. Loot in Dark Souls, for example, is far more rare, and you have to fight tooth and nail for every step forward you take. One thing to mention is that the character creation in Dark Souls 3 and other titles in the series does look dated. If you're used to the sort of character detail available in Nioh 2, then you'll be disappointed by the Dark Souls options. That said, it's largely unimportant once you're actually playing the game. One thing I can say about Dark Souls 3 is that it made me feel so many mixed emotions while playing it. And I know I've barely scratched the surface. I've never had a game actually make me feel something this strongly before. I felt fear, and I mean genuine fear. 2 different kinds in fact. The sort that makes you hesitate because you're concerned about what's around the next corner, and the sort that makes you literally jump out of your skin for a second, just long enough to die horribly and curse yourself for being such a wimp. So far I've managed to beat 2 initial bosses, although I suspect they're more like mini bosses really. I fought undead warriors, assassins, dogs, knights, monsters and things I can't even describe. I baited dragons and had them destroy hordes of enemies for me before running through the fire to escape oblivion. I felt elation and actual joy when beating an enemy that I've struggled with. I've felt relief when turning a corner to find a bonfire and realise that I can rest and have a save point to return to when I inevitably die again. I've found secrets and mysteries. I've made my way through entire areas only to realise there's so much already that I've left behind me untouched. The game is jam-packed with lore to uncover, and despite being 5 years old now, the gameplay doesn't feel dated once you get into it. I've been in the midst of celebration, having beaten an enemy in what I felt like was an epic battle, only to be ambushed and killed by a scrub lying in wait for me as I took a moment to admire the view. Just check this out. See what I mean? Ruthless. I've been on the verge of giving up and then found a single piece of equipment which has been a game changer for me. The game is incredible, brutal, and so original. The combat feels slow-paced but deliberate and relentless. It's definitely not a button basher. Timing is crucial and you'll be punished for recklessness and occasionally rewarded for bravery and aggression. If you haven't played Dark Souls and you've been looking for something to spend some time on while you're waiting for a DLC or a new release, this game could definitely be for you. My final thoughts are that even though this game has kicked my arse, I'm already thinking about the next time I can spend some more time hunting through its mysteries. If you haven't tried it out, then I would definitely recommend you give it a go if you're up for a challenge. If you tried it but you never managed to finish the job, get back in there. It's definitely what I'll be doing. Hope you found the video useful, guys. As the series is new, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Sub if you're new, and I'll wrap it up there. Thanks again for joining me. See you for the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye now.